Hey everybody, what's up? It's Brad Hussey, and this is the art, business, and craft of web design, where we talk, learn, and play all things web design. And today, in this video, I want to show you my simple system that I use every morning in my work days to make sure that I have a really efficient work day and get as much done as possible by doing as little amount of stuff that I can. So I'll show you that in just a moment. All right, so Brad Hussey here with the art, business, and craft of web design. And like I said, today I'm going to show you my simple system that I use to be really productive in my web design business, in my online business, and just to make sure generally that I have a really productive day. So let me just flip my screen here to show you, or move my camera so you can see what it is that I'm working on my desk here. All right, and here is my desk. I have a simple piece of paper here that I printed out. I designed this system here. I call it the daily block system, and you can grab yourself a copy. It's just in the description below. It's just $9. You can print out as many as you want and use as many as you want, and I think it'll be really helpful to you. But you know what? The reality is you can also just look at how I'm doing this and copy it for yourself if you don't want to pay $9. But if you really value this and you think this is helpful for you and you want to really commit to it, then I'd really appreciate your support. It helps me improve the product, and who knows, maybe I'll make this into something a little more official. But for now, it's just a sheet of paper. You can print out as many as you want. I have a whole bunch here. I print out about 10 at a time, and then I just work on it. Now, the reality is you can use just like a journal or any of those systems that are out there. There's lots of really great ones, but sometimes it just doesn't quite work for you. They have, an approach or a theme or a style that they want you to do, like daily gratitude or habit tracking. I kind of just wanted to create something that was a little simpler and that worked for me specifically. And I'm going to show you how I do it. And maybe, who knows, maybe you'll actually find this really helpful as well. So here it is, simple sheet of paper. And here's how it works. So at the very top, I just have a date. You could just add the date. So for example, today we're looking at January 14th, 2021. And then let's just call this like day one. The reality is, this is day 14, but let's say if you're doing habit tracking and you want to actually track how many days in a row you're doing something, or if you're working on a project and it's day one of the project, you can do that. It's up to you. You don't have to use this, but I just have it there. And today's Thursday. And then here's how this works. So on the side, we have what I call the true north, the anchor, the target, the due to list. That's interesting. Ideas. And then at the bottom, we got today's lessons and today's wins. Okay. Now, how I like to do this is I start in the very top right with the true north, the 90-day vision. You just write what your kind of big idea or your big project or your big something that you're working on. Now, this could be a personal goal. This could be a business goal. It could be a work goal, health goal. In my case, it's usually a work goal. I use this for work. And so the true north is kind of like the bigger picture. Now, you might not want a 90-day vision. You maybe want like a 180-day vision or a 1-year vision. You could just scratch that out and write whatever you want. The idea here is that the true north is the bigger picture of what you're working on. And then you break it down into the anchor and then the target. So the true north, let's say, is for me, I'm just going to say launch a new course. Okay, so that's pretty big. 90 days, 3 months. That's a good amount of time to launch a course. It's a lot of work that goes into courses. So let's say anchor this month's focus. So this month is I'm doing weekly web design videos on YouTube. Now, this is up to you how you want to do that. But for me, weekly web design videos. So it's kind of creating interest and buzz and growing an audience around free content around web design. Because if I'm launching a course, let's say it's a web design related course or the business of web design, or I'm doing a relaunch of something, I have a pretty sizable audience on YouTube here. So I thought, let's serve these people on a consistent basis and who knows, maybe grow the YouTube channel as well. Now, target, today's one thing. I call this, this is the most important thing that you can get done today. So What's your one thing that you can do today that's going to make today a huge success? Not your to-do list, not all these things that you feel like you want to do or you should be doing or whatever, but like literally what can you do today if you only did one thing that would make today the most successful day you could for today? Now it has to be tied to your anchor, which is tied to your true north. So let's see, what's one thing that I can do today that I would go, if I only did this today, it's gonna be super successful. So if I'm thinking about that, probably it's schedule a YouTube video. Now I'm already a few weeks ahead, so that would be a huge win for me. Now there are also a couple other things that I need to do. So my do-to list, why do I call it a do-to list and not a to-do list? Because to-do lists are just endless lists of garbage that you think you should be doing that aren't actually helpful or valuable. Your do-to list is 2 other things that you probably should do in addition to your target. You know, it's send an email or pay a bill or get back to that person or, you know, something like that is essential, just not, you know, crucial, but, you know, has to be done. So let's say for me, I have pay the biz visa. And what else do I got? I should probably do today. I'm in a coaching program. Coaching program review. I've got some material I need to work on. So there's my do-to list. I got a little box for ideas. So if I have an idea for a video or idea for a product or idea for a blog post or, you know, I have a collaboration idea, then I just write it in here. Okay, now we get to the daily blocks. This, I designed it in such a way that you can do whatever you want with it. Now, the way I like to do it is I like to have it so that each block here, so this is a block I'd consider, this first line to line, and this is another block. What I like to do is I call those 30-minute blocks. So what I'll say is I'm going to start my workday. I start my workday today at 9 a.m. And then right here is 10 a.m., 11, and then this is 12, 1, 2, oh, you can't see that, 3, 4, and then 5. Now what's cool about this is that you can start your day anytime. If you start at 8 in the morning, if you start at 1 in the afternoon, you can do that. And you can make each block be 30 minutes. You can make, if you have a shorter work day and you work part-time, then you can spread, you know, you can have 4 blocks be an hour and chunk it up into 15-minute increments, up to you. So then if you want, what I like to do is just kind of separate it with some lines so that it's easier to see, to make it more official. Like so. I designed this so that it can be whatever you want it to be. Now on the left side here is where you put the time. That's what I do anyway. And on the right side here, I just have room for notes. You know, like, so for example, I'm just saying, what did I do this morning? I did some design work. So, and then to clarify, it could be like a list if you want to do a couple things here. So it was like YouTube graphics. What else did I do? Social graphics, something like that, just to clarify. So I've already done that. We're already past that time. We're in this block of time here. So then this one, I'm shooting a video, and this would be like YouTube. And then I'll say I have to schedule it. This is just whatever you want. It's kind of flex space to add some information about that, or a to-do list or a note or an idea. Okay, and then 11 to 12, I'm going to work on coaching tasks. Oh, that was weird. Coaching program. And then for me, that's do webinar research. Okay, and then 12, this is my lunch break. So I block that off. I'm not doing anything. Now, usually I don't like to have hour of doing something, hour of doing something, hour of doing something. To me, that's a little too fragmented. And you don't really get to have a lot of momentum. An hour can pass really fast. Now, that's fine. for me right now, it's okay. I'm okay doing that. Usually I just like to have the whole morning be one block, but it's up to you. Now what I'm going to do here is from 1 to 3, what I usually do is I make sure to check my calendar, make sure I don't have like any calls. Sometimes I'll have like a coaching call or a sales call, or I might have to pick my kids up from school, or I got, certain things like that. So I actually do see, I want to make sure I don't overlap. So at 2:45, so around this window of time right here, I've got a client call. So I make sure to block that off. I don't do anything here. So that gives me this space right here to kind of get some momentum, an hour and a half. So what I'm going to do, it's actually at 2:45, so let's do that. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to work on the coaching program again, because I got some homework that I got to do, and I'm a little behind. And so that whole block is going to be for the coaching program that I am currently enrolled in. Okay, and then I got 3 to 4. I usually actually end my day at 4. That's my end of day. So that gives me another block of time here to make sure that I get something done. It's usually more admin work. So I'm going to say admin, and that, you know what? It's probably going to be pay that Visa. So I'll say pay Visa and email. I got some emails to catch up on. Leave it at the end of the day so I don't screw up my momentum. And then what I do is at the end of the day, I try and make sure I write down what really worked, what was a win, what was good, and what did I learn. Maybe this fragmented kind of day, like hour, was just too back to back. I should have just had one flow. What I usually like to do is just have the whole morning be one thing and the whole afternoon be one thing. Sometimes we can't do that though, which is why I still use this to make sure that I am doing what it is that I said I would do. I design the day, ideally at the beginning of the day. Sometimes you have to do it a little bit in reverse, but at the beginning of the day, you design the day, make sure that you work on the right things in the right order, do your best work in the morning when you're most productive. Now you might be more productive in the afternoon. Save it for the afternoon then. For me, it's the morning. Sometimes we don't have any control over that. So you still have to take control of what you can do. You can't control the outcome, but you can control how you respond and how you work on the day. So that is my daily block system. And you can get yourself a copy of this, print out as many as you want. It's a simple little PDF with some instructions and some templates that I print out, that I give to you. It's just $9. There's a link in the description. It's yours if you want to do that. And if you, like I said, you could just look at this and just copy the system for yourself. It's totally fine. But if you want to support this product, if you want to support me in updating this and making sure that this is the best thing that I can create for you in terms of productivity and your daily productivity personally and professionally, then I'd really appreciate your support. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope this was valuable to you. And yeah, so I've been Brad Hussey, and this is my daily block system that hopefully you found interesting and useful. This is what I do each morning. I keep it right here on my desk, and I look at this. I like the pen and paper style. Just the phone for me is just too distracting. There's too many things that are happening, and I'd rather have something that's just on paper. I can write it down. I can make notes. I can make a mess. I can scratch it out, write down my ideas, and I just like doing it like that. So grab yourself a copy of the Daily Block System. It's just $9 if you want to support me in creating this product. I hope you found this video helpful in keeping your day productive, whether it's personally or professionally. And until next time, I'll see you in another video. And yeah, see you later.